Waist. You have to get closer. It's just my waist. Could you imagine living your life with no freedom, no one to love you or show you affection, while being in a constant state of fear and pain? Now imagine this was how someone you love lived their daily life. Now I want you to think about your pet or a family member's pet. You probably love them very much, and luckily, they are fortunate enough to love you just as much. But sadly, this isn't the case for every animal, because over 100 million animals, just like your dog Buddy or cat Coco, get affected and abused due to animal testing every single year. And all they want is to be loved, to be free, and a place they can call home. And they do deserve it. They deserve to be loved and treated just as well as any other animal. Because after all, they may not be humans, but they love, they care, they learn, they feel, and no living animal, especially something as innocent as a dog or cat, deserves to be treated that way. While waiting to be tested on or after being tested on, animals are kept in a sterile environment with chemicals. They are forced to live in cages, pens, or in other small enclosures, with no freedom or companions. This is no life for an animal. But what even is animal testing? How bad could animal testing really be? Animal testing isn't trying a new lipstick on a bunny, putting makeup on a cat, or trying the new Nike Jordan 4s on a dog to see how durable they are. An animal test is a scientific experiment or test in which a live animal is forced to undergo. These tests can cause pain, discomfort, suffering, and even death. During animal testing, animals get injected with harmful substances. Chemicals are put into their eyes. Organs are removed. Substances are tested on their skin. Their skin is burned, and they are sometimes killed. And those aren't even the worst tests conducted. Could you imagine how painful these tests would be? Could you imagine your family pet going through the suffering? Could you imagine you going through the suffering? Because sadly, millions of animals don't have to imagine, because this is the reality. This is the reality of animal testing. But do companies even do that in 2024? I mean, do we really still do that? Over 88% of the largest cosmetic companies and brands use animal testing. That is 44 out of 55 largest cosmetic companies. 110 million animals are killed due to animal testing every single year. Well, if so much companies do it, I mean, it must be important, right? Necessary even? The majority of animal testing does not contribute to human health, and they aren't even reliable. 85 vaccines were proven successful on non-human subjects, such as animals. None of those were successful for humans. It's time to stop animal testing. It's time to shop cruelty-free. There's many alternatives to animal testing, and they don't make the process any less accurate or safe for humans, such as reconstituted skin modules that are accurate at predicting reactions for, or a chip lined with human cells. Shopping cruelty-free for things can be all very beneficial. For an example, skincare cruelty-free products can result in higher quality products and healthier ingredients. In fact, most cruelty-free companies use higher quality ingredients, and shopping cruelty-free is also shopping guilt-free. Knowing no animals were harmed in making a product you bought, your product you paid for. Animal. Shop cruelty-free. Don't support animal testing. Don't let your money contribute to the suffering of animals. After all, we are the ones that can make a difference. We are the ones that have the power, and we have seen this multiple times again. Bud Light lost $1 billion in sales due to a boycott, and since another boycott was started, Starbucks has lost $11 billion in sales. We can make change. We can make companies go cruelty free. These animals are living things, not toys. Living creatures that had families and feel and love. These are animals just like your pet dog, and remember that your pennies contribute to animal suffering, such as putting chemicals in eyes, burning skin, abuse, loss of freedom, death, and what can be considered torture of animals. Shop cruelty free.